I am Mohamed Salah, known on the football fields as the Pharaoh of Egypt. In a sport where speed and skill are fundamental, I have left an indelible mark with my dazzling play and unwavering dedication. While some are content to follow the natural course of things, I have defied expectations and forged my own path. My name is Mohamed Salah, and this is my story. I was born on June 15th, 1992, in Nagrig, an agricultural village north of Cairo, Egypt, into a modest family with 3 siblings. From an early age, my love for football manifested itself as I played in the streets with my brother and friends, inspired by my father and uncle. Despite the challenges of living in a small village with limited resources and a long daily journey to school, I never gave up my dream of becoming a professional footballer. My determination became apparent at 14 when a scout from the Mokawloon club noticed me during a youth league organised by Pepsi, leading me to join the club's youth academy in Cairo, marking a great sacrifice for me and my family as we left our village and moved to the city. I trained at the Mokawloon Arab Sporting Club and the Arab Contractors. In addition to representing my country's national team at an early age, I also participated in the FIFA U20 World Cup and the 2012 Summer Olympics. In August 2012, Basel acquired my services. I won the Swiss Super League in my first season, being awarded the African Footballer of the Year award. My arrival at Chelsea in January 2014 was a big step in my career. It was an exciting time for me, especially since I had had the opportunity to face them in the Champions League and score a couple of goals against them. Making my Premier League debut against Newcastle United was a dream come true, even though I entered as a substitute in the 78th minute. But it was March 26 when I really felt that I was leaving my mark, scoring my first goal in the league against Arsenal in a 6-0 victory. It was an unforgettable moment. And then, on April 5th, I added another goal to my personal account against Stoke City in another victory. Despite having only 800 minutes on the field and having played a single complete match, every moment was valuable to me. We ended the season without titles, but I believe it was an important learning period for both myself and the team. In the first half of the 2014-15 season, Jose Mourinho decided to count on me less. I began my participation in the season on September 13, coming on as a substitute for Cesc Fabregas in the 82nd minute against Swansea City, and competed as a starter for the first time in the season against Bolton Wanderers in the League Cup on September 24th of the same year. Unfortunately, I only played 400 minutes in 8 games, without managing to score any goals and only managing to give 2 assists. As for the qualifiers for the 2014 World Cup, it was a time of ups and downs. Egypt debuted in the qualifiers, defeating Mozambique 2-0, with me present on the field. Later, I scored a crucial goal in the 93rd minute in stoppage time against Guinea, securing an important 3-2 victory in a World Cup qualifying match. On June 9th, 2013, I had a great moment by scoring a hat-trick in a 4-2 away win against Zimbabwe, helping Egypt to win its 4th consecutive match in the World Cup qualifying phase. However, despite our efforts, we did not manage to qualify, falling to Ghana with an aggregate score of 7-3 in the final phase to reach Brazil 2014. It was a disappointing experience, but also an opportunity to learn and grow as a player. My time at Fiorentina in the 2014-15 season was truly transformative. Given the lack of minutes at Stamford Bridge, I was loaned out to Italian club in exchange for the signing of Juan Guillermo Cuadrado. I debuted on the 8th of February against Atalanta in a 3-2 victory, and just a week later, I scored my first goal against Sassuolo in a match where I had an outstanding performance. But it was in the UEFA Europa League where I really shone, scoring to seal the 2-0 against Tottenham Hotspur in the round of 32. I was also key in the victory against Internazionale, scoring the only goal of the match. One of the most highlighted moments was my performance in the semi-finals of the Coppa Italia against Juventus, where I scored 2 goals in the first leg, contributing to the 2-1 triumph. In total, I managed to score 6 goals and give 1 assist in my first 7 matches as a Viola player, an impressive start. Although we had a good performance in the Europa League, falling to Sevilla in the semi-finals with a global score of 5-0, and being eliminated by Juventus in the semi-finals of the Coppa Italia, it was an enriching experience and an opportunity to prove my worth in a new environment. My last match with the Fiorentina shirt was on the 31st of May, contributing to a 3-0 victory against Chievo Verona. It was an exciting chapter in my career that helped me grow as a player and gain confidence in my abilities. My time at AS Roma in the 2015-16 season was truly exciting and significant for my career. After another loan, this time to Roma, I quickly earned my place in the starting lineup thanks to my speed and scoring ability. I had a great start to the season, shining in every match. I debuted with Roma on the 22nd of August in Serie A against Hellas Verona, and just a week later, we defeated Juventus 2-1. I scored my first goal for the team against Sassuolo in a 2-2 draw, and continued showing my scoring ability with another goal against Sampdoria, although we lost 2-1. One of the most exciting moments was when we faced my former team, Fiorentina, and won 2-1, with me scoring the first goal of the match. Throughout the season, I continued contributing important goals like my double against Fiorentina in a 4-1 victory, and my assist in a crucial 1-0 win against Napoli in the final minutes. In the Champions League, we had a challenging campaign. Although we tied against Barcelona on the first day and won some important matches, we could not advance beyond the round of 16, where we fell to Real Madrid. However, it was a valuable experience that helped me grow as a player. I ended the season as the top scorer of the Italian team, and although we finished third in Serie A, it was a year full of unforgettable moments and personal achievements. In the following season, I managed to improve my numbers despite playing fewer matches due to my participation in the African Cup. With 15 goals and 11 assists, I contributed significantly to the team's performance and helped Roma to obtain the runner-up position in Serie A. It was a challenging year, but I am proud to have been able to maintain my level of performance and continue to be an important part of the team despite the challenges and expectations. The 2017 African Nations Cup was an exciting and challenging moment for me as a member of the Pharaohs team. From the start of the tournament, we were determined to perform well. We drew 0-0 with Mali in our first match and then achieved a minimal victory over Uganda, with one assist from me contributing to the result. In the third match, I scored in Egypt's 1-0 victory over Ghana, securing us the first place in Group D. We advanced to the quarter-finals, where we faced Morocco in an exciting game that we won in the last minutes, securing our presence in the semi-finals. In the semi-finals against Burkina Faso, I scored in the 1-1 draw, and then we took part in a dramatic penalty shootout, which we won 4-3, securing our arrival to the final. The final against Cameroon was a tense and disputed encounter. Despite my assist for the goal by Mohamed El Neni that put us ahead, Cameroon managed to tie and then score the winning goal in the final minutes. Although it was a disappointment not to take the title, I felt honoured to have contributed to the team's success and to have been recognised with a place in the CAF team of the tournament, having scored twice and assisted another 2 in 6 matches. It was an unforgettable experience to represent my country on such an important stage. The 2017-18 season was a turning point in my career when I joined Liverpool in June 2017 for $42,000. My debut was striking, scoring in a 3-3 draw against Watford on August 12th. Shortly after, I continued making history by scoring my second goal for Liverpool in the UEFA Champions League qualifying round against Hoffenheim, contributing to a 4-2 win and an aggregate score of 6-3. But I didn't stop there. 3 days later, I scored in a 4-0 victory over Arsenal. My performance in August was so impressive that I was awarded as Player of the Month by Liverpool supporters, an honour that meant a lot to me and my adaptation to the club. October 17th was a highlight day for me in the Champions League. I scored 2 goals in a 7-0 victory over Maribor, contributing to Liverpool's record of winning the most games in the competition and achieving the largest away win by an English club in the history of the tournament. It was an exciting and significant moment for the whole team. On November 26th, in a 1-1 draw at home against my former team Chelsea, I scored the first goal of the match. However, I decided not to celebrate it as a sign of respect towards the club and as a tribute to the victims of the recent attack on the North Sinai Mosque. It was an important gesture for me and to show solidarity in a difficult time. In addition, I reached the top of the Premier League scorers table that same month, scoring 2 goals as a substitute in a 3-0 victory against Stoke City on November 29th. This was part of an impressive streak for Liverpool, which won 4 consecutive away league matches by a margin of at least 3 goals, a historic achievement in the Premier League. I also became the second player who needed fewer games to reach 20 goals for Liverpool in his 26th appearance, just behind George Allen, who achieved the milestone in 19 appearances in 1895. It was a special moment for me and for the team, marking my impact and contribution to Liverpool's success in the season. March 17, 2018 was an unforgettable day for me and for Liverpool. In a stunning 5-0 victory over Watford, I managed to score 4 goals, thus marking my first hat-trick for the club. But that was not all. I also broke a scoring record by scoring 36 times in my debut season for Liverpool, an achievement that filled me with pride and excitement. That same year, I also became the player who has scored the most goals in a season in the Premier League in the 20-team format, with a total of 32 goals. This record surpassed football legends such as Alan Shearer, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Luis Suarez, which was an incredible honour for me. My contribution in the Champions League was equally remarkable. With 10 goals and 5 assists, I was one of Liverpool's key references in the tournament, helping the team to qualify for the semi-finals, something that had not been achieved since 2008. Additionally, my scoring record in the competition was the highest ever achieved by an African player in history. However, the season also had its challenges. In the final of the Champions League against Real Madrid on May 26th, I had to be substituted at the 30th minute due to a shoulder injury on the left after a skirmish with Sergio Ramos. It was later confirmed that I had suffered a collarbone fracture. Despite this setback, the season was widely recognised internationally, receiving awards such as the EA Sports, PFA and FWA for the Best Player of the Year in the Premier League, as well as the Liverpool FC's Best Player of the Year award. These recognitions meant a lot to me and my team, demonstrating the impact and importance of my contribution in the season. The 2018 World Cup qualifiers were a crucial moment for me and my country, Egypt. In our first qualifying match, I contributed with a goal in the 2-1 victory against Congo. 4 days later, I scored another goal in the 2-0 victory over Ghana. However, we suffered a 1-0 defeat to Uganda on the third day, which made us lose first place in the standings. But we did not give up. In the following round, we regained first place thanks to my goal that secured a 1-0 victory. On the fourth day, a tie between Uganda and Ghana set the table for our qualification. We only needed a victory to seal our place in the World Cup. In an exciting match against Congo, we took control, and although Congo equalised the score in the 86th minute, we never lost hope. In the final breath of the game, a penalty in favour of Egypt offered us the opportunity to seal our qualification. I was in charge of taking the penalty, and with a goal from the 12 steps, I secured the victory and Egypt's qualification to the World Cup after 28 years. It was an incredibly exciting moment for me and my country. I finished as Egypt's top scorer in the World Cup qualification, with 5 goals, an achievement of which I am very proud. Representing my country on the stage, participating in the World Cup, was a dream come true, and I am grateful for having had the opportunity to contribute to the success of our team. The 2018 World Cup in Russia was a challenge full of ups and downs for me and for Egypt. In our first match, we suffered a narrow 0-1 loss against Uruguay, with a goal in the 89th minute by José María Giménez. Unfortunately, I missed that match due to a shoulder injury I had previously suffered with Liverpool. 4 days later, I made my World Cup debut in a crucial match against Russia, the host team. I scored a penalty goal after being brought down in the area, but despite my contribution, we lost 3-1 and were mathematically eliminated from the tournament. On the last day, we faced Saudi Arabia, in a match where both teams were already eliminated. Although we managed to take the lead with a goal of mine in the 22nd minute, we ultimately lost 2-1. It was a disappointing farewell for us, as we left the tournament without earning any points. It was a challenging experience full of learning for me and for the whole team. Although we did not achieve our goals in the World Cup, we will continue to work hard and look to the future with determination and optimism. The 2018-19 season was full of milestones for me at Liverpool. On October 24th, I achieved my first double of the season in the Champions League, contributing to a 4-0 victory over Red Star. With my second goal, I became the Liverpool player who needed the fewest matches to reach 50 goals, achieving it in just 65 encounters. Later, on April 14th, 2019, I scored one of the most significant goals of my career. During matchday 34 of the Premier League, I scored against my former team, Chelsea FC, amidst racist insults from rival fans. My iconic Muslim celebration in front of the Blues fans became a symbol of resistance against racism in football. I finished the season as the top scorer in the Premier League, tied with the Africans Mané and Aubameyang with 22 goals. Additionally, on June 3rd, I scored from a penalty the first goal in the Champions League final against Tottenham, contributing to Liverpool's final victory by 2-0. In the 2019-20 season, although my individual statistics were a bit lower, with 23 goals and 13 assists in 48 matches, it was a year of great triumphs for Liverpool. We achieved our first Premier League title, leaving Manchester City in second place, and achieved the second highest score in the history of the competition, with 99 points in a total of 38 matches. Additionally, we won the UEFA Super Cup against Chelsea FC in August, and subsequently the FIFA Club World Cup against Flamengo from Brazil. It was a season full of achievements and memorable moments for the team and for me. During these years, my time on the field has been like a journey full of emotions and challenges, but also of achievements and unparalleled satisfactions. In the 2021-22 season, winning the Premier League Golden Boot was a moment of great pride for me. Sharing the title with Son Heung-min was a recognition of the hard work and dedication that I have put into my game. In addition, representing my country in the African Cup of Nations and reaching the final was a unique experience, although the result was not what we hoped for. The year 2022 was full of ups and downs. Despite celebrating victories with Liverpool in the League Cup and the FA Cup, the injury suffered in the Champions League final was a hard blow for both me and the team. Sometimes, obstacles on the way are hard to overcome, but I have always believed in the ability to recover and to move forward. The 2023-24 season marked a moment of renewal and commitment. Renewing my contract with Liverpool was a decision made with the heart, showing my loyalty to the club and to the fans who have always supported me. Furthermore, having the opportunity to represent Egypt in the Qatar World Cup was an honor, despite the disappointment of not advancing further in the tournament. And now, in the 2024-25 season, I continue to give my best in each game with Liverpool. Every time I step onto the field, I carry with me the spirit of fight and the determination to keep improving and reaching new goals. These years have been an exciting journey, and I am grateful for every moment, every challenge, and every victory I have experienced. I will continue working hard, chasing my dreams, and leaving my mark in the world of football. I say goodbye to you, not as a farewell, but as a see you soon. I have shared with you my story, a journey filled with dreams, sacrifices, and victories. I have proven that, with determination and passion, everything is possible. I have defied expectations, carved my own path, and left my mark in football. But do not forget, my legend is not yet finished. We will meet again on the battlefield, where I will continue writing my story with goals, dribbles, and fulfilled dreams.